Your reputation precedes you. I have heard the tale of your conflict with Moloch Ball. Your sacrifice to save Tamriel. Impressive. Now perhaps you wish to take the next step. In your travels you have honed your skills. But a wealth of magical and martial disciplines exist across Tamriel. I have walked many paths, learned many things. I will show you how to teach yourself, how to open yourself up to the ways of the Ardent Flame, the learnings of the Grave Lords, how to wield curative rune forms or grasp the balance of the green. All these, and more, are possible in time. Like the ways of the Ansei, the Sword Saints of old, each discipline requires focus, drive, will. Those who choose to perfect these styles are among the greatest adventurers in the world. Who knows? Perhaps one day you may master them all. Very well. Before you begin your tutelage, what disciplines would you like to discuss? There are many to choose from. The study of the high arcane, the duality of light and dark, perhaps, or the powers of the natural world. The manipulation of magicka, speaking with the dead, summoning Daedra. There are many arts known to spellcrafters across the land. Do you wish to speak of those who call themselves sorcerers, arcanists, or necromancers? Adaptable magicka shapers, like the Khajiit spellslinger Ember. Sorcerers draw primarily from the planes of oblivion, using Daedric summoning to call forth allies, and dark magic to curse their enemies. Many sorcerers have perfected a kind of unique elemental magic called storm calling. Lightning is a devastating force, and its use makes followers of this discipline consummate combat mages. Of course. What would you like to discuss? The study of the high arcane? The duality of light and dark, perhaps? Or the power? The void calls. The end of all things. While the light of hope casts back the darkness. Two sides of the same coin. Would you like to know about the Shadow Walkers known as Nightblades? Or the Light Bearers called Templars? Warriors of Stendarr's light. Like the knight-errant Isabelle Valois. Templars coalesce their mystical might into a weapon called an Aedric Spear, and smite their enemies by gathering and unleashing a power called Dawn's Wrath. Templars are renowned as incredible combat healers, using their restoring light to knit flesh. Of course. What would you like to discuss? The might of beasts. The fury of a volcano. The natural world is not to be denied. Do you wish to know more about the mysterious nature wardens? Or the mighty flame-wielding dragon knights? Champions of the green, like the mercenary sharp as night. They are best known for their mighty animal companions, calling forth beasts to defend and attack. Their green balance discipline channels healing magic through vines and spores. Wardens have perfected the art of calling forth winter's embrace. The biting winds and icy shields they summon allow them to wade into frantic combat unafraid. Hold the disciplines you wish to study in your mind. Feel their power in your heart, and reach out with your thoughts. The path to learning these new skills begins with but a single step. An excellent choice, No Shira. Your chosen discipline will inspire new adventures, new modes of thought. I envy the start of your new journey. Your choices today will not be your last. There is always something to learn, always new disciplines to explore. Go now, adventurer. Journey into danger, and learn what your skills, new and old, will make of the challenges you face.
Over here, Mainlander! I need to speak... Oh, here you are! Prince Azah told me to keep watch for you, Mainlander. I'm glad you showed up. We need all the help we can get. The Order of the Black Worm threatens to completely overrun Solstice. You may know them as the Worm Cult. This foul group of necromancers raised the Writhing Wall, cut our island in half, and gathered their forces outside Sunport. Luckily, the Stirk Fellowship followed the Worm Cult here. Oh, thank the Three Queens. A coalition of forces from the mainland consisting of the Fighters and Mages Guilds and the Three Alliances. In fact, Prince Azah is overseeing efforts to bring Fellowship forces to Solstice even as we speak. I'm sure he'd welcome your help. Report to Prince Azah outside the city. He's with Mage Fahara'jad, about to summon the champions of the Three Alliances to Sunport. After that, he'll know where best to utilize you and will add you to the Fellowship payroll. You stand in Sunport, seat of House Corellania, and my home. When my ancestors came to Solstice, they found the island inhabited by Argonians from the mainland. For centuries, we have lived in peace with the Stone Nest and Tideborn peoples. In the middle of the First Era, my ancestors lost their realm in Hammerfell to the Ragada invasions, then were later banished from Somerset. A fate they brought upon themselves. Of course, we have changed our ways since those dark times. Once that was so, but now this is our home. Before the current crisis, Solstice had little interaction with the mainland. Oh, a few sailors and wandering merchants settled here, but most avoid Solstice. They consider the island to be cursed. Forgive me, I am Mermal, a mid-conjurer of the College of Rituals. I serve Regent Corinwe Corellania, Governor of Sunport. For the duration of this crisis, I have been instructed to help our new friends from the mainland in any way I can. Look east. See the giant spectral curtain looming over Sunport. That's the Writhing Wall. The necromancers of the Worm Cult conjured it when they revealed themselves here. It divides the island in two, forming an impenetrable barrier to the east. Eastern Solstice, the other half of our island. It contains ancient ruins and is home to the Stone Nest Argonians. But we had little commerce with them even before the Writhing Wall appeared. What's happening over there now, we can only guess. As I heard it, after the cult killed Guildmaster Merrick and captured Vornus Galerian in the surprise attacks, Prince Azah and Gabriel Benele assumed leadership of the Fighters and Mages Guilds. They formed the Fellowship to deal with the threat. That's unclear. All we have ascertained is that they have been gathering their members and building their strength secretly in Eastern Solstice for some time. The Fellowship tracked them here and is in the process of summoning their own forces.
What's the next step, Mage Fahara'jad?
The portal anchors when you're ready, Mermal.
Go on. I'll follow your lead, Mage Fahara'jad.
I'm a little busy. Portal spells of this magnitude can be tricky, and I'm not quite as skilled as Gabrielle. But if you're here to help, Prince Azah can tell you what we need.
Mage Fahara'jad and I are just about to bring one last group of Fellowship forces to Sunport. The representatives of the Three Alliances of Tamriel. It's all very exciting.
I see you made it to Solstice. Good. We need you. The Worm Cult began this fight by unleashing their Soul Reapers on the guilds and alliances. by killing Guildmaster Merrick and taking Vanis Galarian captive. They started this war. We'll finish it. Nonetheless, it is a war, and the Worm Cult is no minor threat. We came to Solstice to stop the cult and avenge our fallen comrades. But when we arrived, we encountered much more resistance than we anticipated. We had to send for reinforcements. Veterans from the Fighters and Mages guilds, mostly. There are some soldiers from the three alliances here, too. An advance force of a greater army, once we convince the alliances that the Worm Cult is truly as dangerous as they were last time. Oh, they are. But with the war in Cyrodiil still raging, they require more proof before committing more soldiers. In fact, Faranor and Mermal are preparing a portal for their representatives, champions to evaluate the situation personally. Take these portal anchors and place them around the area. Then tell Mage Faranor when they're set. I know little of such magic, but Gabrielle of the Mages Guild said they would stabilize the portal long enough for the final group to come through. That's unclear. Champions of some renown and their guards, I was told. The Dominion indicated it was sending someone close to the Queen. High King Emmerich promised a capable hero, and the Pact was even less forthcoming. I'm not sure who to expect. Yes, Gabrielle Benelay, acting leader of the Mages Guild, while Vanis Galarian remains a prisoner of the Worm Cult. She sensed a mystic emanation from the northwest and went to investigate. She left Faranor and Mermal to handle the final transport. Sunport has a city guard, but no army to speak of. But outside the city walls, only a handful of warriors protect the scattered villages, and the Worm Cult roams free. Sunport has held the cultists off so far. Barely. They welcome our assistance. We're still trying to figure that out. I thought the Worm Cult was broken forever when the Allied forces stormed Cold Harbor and stopped the plane meld. It appears they had a secret refuge on this island and regrouped there to form their latest plan. Nothing else makes sense. The Sunporters noticed suspicious new arrivals over the last few months, sinister figures slipping off to the wild eastern half of the island. Then the Writhing Wall appeared and cut the island in half.
Are the anchors all in place, newcomer? This is trickier than it looks. We're summoning multiple people from several locations at once, and Solstice is riddled with ancient magics that can interfere with teleportation spells. Are the portal anchors in place? No, the next steps in the ritual are mine to perform, with a little help from Mermal, of course. Just stand right there and don't move until I finish. It's important that the ritual goes exactly as I intend. Stand back. This requires a special touch.
First, we'll bring the foot soldiers through. Then the Alliance representatives.
What's happening? Gabrielle didn't do it this way!
Ah! Such is the fate of all who defy the Black Worm!
Where's Faranor? Mermal, what just happened?
I do not believe it! Mage Faranor deliberately sabotaged the portal spell while the Alliance representatives were in mid-transport. Oh, I wish Gabrielle Benelay were here. She unraveled the spell in mid-teleport. I tried to salvage it, but barely managed to pull the shredded magicka back together. These soldiers were knocked senseless, but I think the representatives made it through after I diverted them from Sunport. Did you see the motes of light shooting off in different directions? Those were the representatives. Champions from the Old Merry Dominion, Ebonheart Pact, and Daggerfall Covenant. They landed in Solstice somewhere. Do you have a map? I can sense two of the representatives roughly here and here. The third... I just do not know. I can sense nothing of the last representative's present location. Speak with Prince Azah. He may know what to do.
I do not believe it. Faranor sabotaged the portal. She spoke of the Black Worm. She's one of the cultists. But what became of the Alliance representatives? Did they make it to Solstice? Damn that Faranor! The Dominion, the Covenant, the Pact, they promised to send their best to assess the situation. We need those representatives, or the Alliances will never commit more troops. Wherever they wound up, we need to find them. Injured. This is nothing but a minor inconvenience. Still, I thank you for the offer and will accept your help graciously. Locate the Alliance representatives and send them to Sunport. I also need you to find Gabrielle Benelay. We need her back here. I did. She currently leads the Mages Guild. When Gabrielle sent something to the northwest, Faranor directed her to an old temple. After all this, I fear Gabrielle may be in danger. Tell her to get back here. I'll wait in the city's west square.